Hi, CJ with Diode Dynamics. Today we'll be showing you how to install our SS5 CrossLink Grill Kit like you see here for the 2022 and 2023 Toyota Tundra. And if you're interested in any of the other kits you see on the vehicle, feel free to check out the links in the description below. We can start by popping the hood and grabbing a 10mm socket to remove the 4 bolts along the top of the grill. Then, at each side of the top of the grill, you'll notice 2 connections. We can go ahead and unplug them on both sides and remove the plastic clip underneath the connectors with a plastic trim removal tool. Next, we'll grab our 10mm socket to remove the 4 bolts underneath the front of the wheel wells on either side. We'll now move underneath the bumper to remove 8 more 10mm bolts along the bottom. 3 on the driver's side, passenger side, and 2 in the middle. Looking through the grill, you'll see 4 more 10mm bolts we'll need to remove, holding on 2 more brackets. Next, we'll grab our black fender trim, pry it away from the front bumper until it passes where the bumper and the fender meet. We're about ready to take off the front bumper now. If you have a friend, now would be a good time to grab them, but you can do this on your own. Grab the outer edge of the bumper, prying away from the retention clips, working your way along the fender and the bottom of the headlight. With both sides released, you'll grab the center of the grill and pull it away from the vehicle, setting it face down on a soft surface. With our bumper out of the way, we can now take a 17mm socket and remove the 2 center bolts on the top of the crash bar. Then, with a 14mm socket, we'll remove the 2 center bolts at the bottom of the crash bar. Next, we'll slide our bumper support brackets over the crash bar, bolting them in hand tight using the 2 factory 17 and 14mm bolts. It's important to make sure the DD logo is in the correct orientation and our tabs are going towards the center of the vehicle. Using the supplied M8 bolt, lock washer, and nut, we can secure the SS5 support brackets to the bumper support brackets only hand tight with the upper bend going towards the outside of the vehicle. Before moving any further, we're going to need to route our wiring. To do this, we'll need a 12mm socket to loosen the nuts on the positive and negative terminal of the battery. We will secure the red wire to the positive terminal and the black wire to the negative terminal before tightening them back down. Next, we'll route the wiring across the engine bay and through the firewall to the location of your choice, securing it away from any hot or moving parts. And if you have an aftermarket aux bank like us, you can instead disconnect the switch portion of the harness and replace it with the included auxiliary lead. Then we can take our DT connector and feed it through the hole behind the headlight and back of the airbox, bringing our DT lead down along to our bumper support bracket, securing it clear of any hot or moving parts. Next, using a pair of flush cut pliers, we'll need to snip a small portion of the lower grille in order to fit our brackets through. You'll notice we already have ours pre-cut. You'll just need to snip the cross out of both ends highlighted here. Our next step will be assembling our SS5 CrossLink Lightbar. If you need any extra help on assembling your CrossLink system, be sure and check out the video linked in the description below. It's just important to note that we will curve our Lightbar to the second notch on the CrossLink. Coming back to the vehicle, we can bolt our SS5 CrossLink Lightbar to the support brackets using the supplied M6 bolts and tighten them down using a 10mm socket. Now we can start tightening down some of the hardware, starting with the end mount using a 3/16 Allen. With a 13mm wrench and socket, tighten the 4 bolts securing our upright brackets to the bumper brackets. Then torque the crash bar 17mm bolts to 24 foot-pounds and the 14mm bolts to 12 foot-pounds or 146 inch-pounds. Next, we need to unbolt the SS5 support brackets from the bumper brackets using a 13mm wrench and socket. Then, you can bolt the bumper back onto the vehicle. Before we start bolting our kit back together, we'll first add a little masking tape to prevent scratching the bumper. Then we'll take our SS5 upright brackets, unbolted from our CrossLink, and secure them to the bumper brackets using the supplied 13mm hardware. We find it easiest to first feed your bolts, washer, and lock washer through the upright, and then add a piece of tape to hold them to the bracket as we align the 2 brackets and bolt them together. It's important to note that the bracket's bend will be going toward the outside of the vehicle. Next, feed the DT, routed earlier, over the crash bar and through our grille, followed by plugging in each of our CrossLink splitters to our SS5s. Then, connect the DT to our splitters and bolt the CrossLink Lightbar to the upright brackets, only hand tight to leave room for adjustment. With a 13mm wrench and socket, tighten the 4 bolts securing our upright brackets to the bumper brackets. Finally, we can make our aiming adjustments by tilting the lights up and down, tightening the 3 10mm bolts all the way. With everything installed, you can remove the tape and reinstall everything back together by reversing the steps we used to take it apart. As you can see, with our SS5 CrossLink Grill Kit installed, not only will you have an aggressive off-road style with 8 selectable backlights, but it will also provide an intense amount of light output in front of your vehicle. If you're looking to pick up a grill kit for your vehicle or any of our other products, be sure to visit our website at diodedynamics.com or use our dealer locator tool to find a dealer near you. And if you want to stay up to date on any new or future products, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching.